don't go to the movies, do you?
I don't go out that much.
Is there a reason why you're asking me that?
Anthony Clare, 3650 Rathburn Road. Good afternoon.
Hey.
No, I'm calling to speak to Dan.
Calling?
I'm sorry. I think there's been a misunderstanding.
Who is it?
Okay, I'll call back later.
Son,
The same guy who called before, same guy.
are you lying to me?
You are my only son. I am your only mother.
Looks exactly like you. What's happening?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I think you know.
Why'd you come looking for me? I needed to know. I have some questions for you.
Who are you?
What's wrong? You're crazy.
I'm crazy!
Hi guys, welcome to Weekend Movies. The 2010s gave the movie world some truly astonishing entries into the psychological thriller genre, and many of them conquered critics' yearly best of lists, as well as the box office tallies. From explorations of cultural trends to examinations of psychotic minds, many of the movies struck a real chord with audiences all over the world. These mind-blowing modern psychological thriller movies are guaranteed to make you think and stick in your mind for days after you're finished. We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again. So let's not waste any time and begin. Number 10. Enemy. Enemy is a 2013 psychological drama film directed by Denis Villeneuve. Adam Bell is a socially isolated man who's more comfortable lecturing to college students than he is making love to his lustful girlfriend Mary. One day, on the advice of a colleague, Adam sits down to watch a romantic comedy, and what he sees on the screen leaves him deeply disturbed. A supporting player in the film, credited as Anthony Clare, is Adam's spitting image right down to the distinctive scar on both of their chests. Compelled to track down his on-screen lookalike, Adam soon locates Anthony in Mississauga and begins obsessively tracking his every move. Later, Adam's ongoing search for answers prompts him to pay a visit to his own eccentric mother, as well as Anthony's pregnant wife. But it isn't until Adam and Anthony finally come face to face that the details connecting them become truly uncanny. Thanks to a strong performance from Jake Gyllenhaal and smart direction from Denis Villeneuve, Enemy hits the mark as a tense, uncommonly adventurous thriller. Number 9. Side Effects. Side Effects is a 2013 American psychological thriller film directed by Steven Soderbergh. For 4 years, Emily Taylor has awaited the release of her husband, Martin, from being imprisoned for insider trading. Finally, Martin comes home, but Emily feels just as bad as she did when he was incarcerated, and she sinks into a deep depression. After her failed suicide attempt, psychiatrist Jonathan Banks prescribes a series of medications. When those don't work, he gives Emily a new medication, but the drug leads to ruined lives and death. A smart, clever thriller with plenty of disquieting twists, Side Effects is yet another assured effort from director Steven Soderbergh. Number 8. Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds is a 2017 American black comedy thriller film written and directed by Corey Finley. Childhood friends Lily and Amanda reconnect in suburban Connecticut after years of growing apart. Lily has turned into a polished upper-class teenager who has a fancy boarding school on her transcript and a coveted internship on her resume. Amanda has developed a sharp wit and her own particular attitude, but all in the process of becoming a social outcast. Though they initially seem completely at odds, the pair eventually bond and hatch a plan to solve both of their problems. Thoroughbreds is, in many respects, a comedy but also one of the most disturbing thrillers of recent years, and an interesting study of the part that emotion plays in premeditated crimes. Number 7. Black Swan. Black Swan is a 2010 American psychological horror film directed by Darren Aronofsky. Nina is a ballerina whose passion for the dance rules every facet of her life. When the company's artistic director decides to replace his prima ballerina for their opening production of Swan Lake, Nina is his first choice. She has competition in newcomer Lily. However, while Nina is perfect for the role of the White Swan, Lily personifies the Black Swan. As rivalry between the two dancers transforms into a twisted friendship, Nina's dark side begins to emerge. Racingly intense, passionate, and wildly melodramatic, Black Swan glides on Darren Aronofsky's bold direction and a bravura performance from Natalie Portman. Number 6. Unsane. Unsane is a 2018 American psychological horror film directed by Steven Soderbergh. Sawyer Valentini relocates from Boston to Pennsylvania to escape from the man who's been stalking her for the last 2 years. While consulting with a therapist, Valentini unwittingly signs in for a voluntary 24-hour commitment to the Highland Creek Behavioral Center. Her stay at the facility soon gets extended when doctors and nurses begin to question her sanity. Sawyer now believes that one of the staffers is her stalker, and she'll do whatever it takes to stay alive and fight her way out. Unsane unleashes Steven Soderbergh's inner B-movie maestro, wading into timeless psychological thriller territory and giving it a high-tech filmmaking spin. Number 5. The Guilty. The Guilty is a 2018 Danish crime thriller film, co-written and directed by Gustav Mahler. An impatient cop awaiting disciplinary action is stuck answering emergency calls when he's put on with a woman in the midst of a potential kidnapping situation. In this unremittingly tense Danish thriller, unfolding in real time, with some twists in the story being more obvious to the audience than the protagonist, and some keeping both on tenterhooks right until the last second, The Guilty story feels sprawling, despite being set in only 2 rooms of a police station, because it's all really taking place in the imaginations of the main character and the viewer, creating an almost unbearably intimate connection between the two in a situation that no one wants to find themselves in. Number 4. Super Dark Times. Super Dark Times is a 2017 American independent psychological thriller film directed by Kevin Phillips. High schoolers Josh and Zach are horrified when they're goofing around with a samurai sword leads to a tragic accident. Zach tries to return to his normal routine after the incident, but he soon realizes that Josh has changed for the worse. Rich in atmosphere and period detail, Super Dark Times is an effective teen thriller whose true power lies in its approach to deeper themes. Number 3. Bluebeard. Bluebeard is a 2017 South Korean psychological thriller film directed by Lee Soo-yeon. A deeply troubled doctor in South Korea is shocked and horrified when an elderly patient appears to confess to a series of unsolved murders while under anesthesia. Soon, the doctor starts investigating whether the man and his son are actually a pair of serial killers, or if he's simply become consumed by paranoia. Bluebeard slips so readily between fantasy and reality that the audience's idea of what's true or not within the story is fundamentally challenged right up until the final seconds. Number 2. Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is a 2014 American neo-noir psychological thriller film written and directed by Dan Gilroy in his directorial debut. Los Angeles denizen Louis Bloom survives by scavenging and petty theft. He stumbles into a new career as a cameraman and, armed with a camcorder and police scanner, begins nocturnal forays across the city in search of shocking and grisly crimes. When he catches the eye of a shop-worn news director who welcomes the chance to raise her station's ratings, Louis goes to increasingly greater lengths to catch the money shot. Restless, visually sleek, and powered by a lithe star performance from Jake Gyllenhaal, Nightcrawler offers dark, thought-provoking thrills. Number 1. Burning. Burning is a 2018 South Korean psychological thriller film co-written, produced, and directed by Lee Chang-dong, a poor young man who falls in love with a beautiful young dancer named Hee Jung-sujin. He becomes angry and insecure when she becomes romantically entangled with Ben, an eccentric young millionaire who claims to be occasionally impelled to burn greenhouses. The mood of Burning is exactly as the title says it is, but it's a slow burn that spreads slowly and insidiously in the minds of the main character, and the audience also. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. Share your movie impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and put the big thumbs up. See you. Bye.